Hi, welcome to Debbie's book vlog this week. I'm so glad that you had a chance to join me because I think I'm going to touch on a topic that pretty much affects all of our lives at some point or another. I'd like to talk about the 4 ways that we can survive our darkest days. The book is The Utmost Living by Tim Storey. Tim went through the 3 Ds that we're all going to experience in our life at some point in time. That's death, divorce, and disappointment, and how he found a way through these situations that affected his life. Number 1, he wants to make sure that we recognize the season. A Japanese poet once wrote, "We must embrace pain and burn it as fuel for our journey." But unfortunately, some of us have way too much fuel for our journey because we feel inside of ourselves that we've experienced way too much pain. Feeling that sting of a setback, God is preparing you for something else that's going to happen in your life, and He promises you that on the other side of pain and grief, you'll find yourself wiser and way much stronger. In Ecclesiastes 3:1, it explains it best. There are times and seasons for everything. Wherever life puts you, you must plow the ground, plant the seed, water the seed, and wait for the harvest. Number 3, listen to the first voice. Even in your darkest days, success leaves clues all around us. And let's look at some other people's journeys so we're able to identify that success in ourselves. A woman had shared with Tim during counseling that after 30 years of marriage, her husband had left her for another woman. You know, whether you've been through a divorce or seen this happen in other people's lives, we all know about that emptiness that can be left in our lives from somebody leaving us. So the question becomes, what do you do after someone has left you? How do you fill that void? My advice was her to get back to what I call the first voice. This is the voice of innocence. When we were children, this voice spoke to us about our destiny. This woman started to cry. She admitted that she had always been living for her husband and their relationship, but never really living for herself. A smile came across her face as she realized that her first voice was pointing her towards a life of her own making. My gosh, those are very, very strong words. We have to live to make ourselves happy. We can't live for somebody else's happiness. Number 4, dial in the right frequency. Who you surround yourself with during life's trials can make all the difference in the world. Do your friends or even your family, do they actually support you when you're going through these kinds of situations, or do they place blame and bring you down? Do they help lift you up and lift you up to a point of happiness? Back in college, Tim used to share his dreams with people who just didn't understand what it was to be a big dreamer. He remembered hoping that they would finally get out of that same frequency. After many exhausting conversations, he came to realize that you really can't dial in an FM frequency on an AM station. Boy, that really hit home with me. When you're going through challenges in your life, make sure you have people in your life who have turned their test into a testimony. Your partners must be turned into their faith, hope, and the knowledge that the best is yet to come. I'll tell you what, Utmost Living really hit me at a very good point in my life, and I highly recommend this book to help bring new thoughts and experiences to your life and how you actually look at things that impact you. Well, thanks for turning in this week as we reviewed Utmost Living, and I hope you like and subscribe down below, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Thanks.